What's up guys, my name is Dean, aka the Blue Crusader, and welcome back to the channel. With Minecraft's two other main dimensions to explore, the Nether and the End, after the Overworld dimension, it's safe to say that there's a lot to do in Minecraft. Each of the two bonus dimensions have their respective bosses that offer the players a challenge and unique structures to explore also. But dimensions are expansive and super fun, so the theme of this video is to give you more awesome dimensions to explore by showing you the top 10 best Minecraft dimension mods part 2. If you want to see part 1 of the video for 10 more awesome dimension mods, click the link in the description below or at the end of this video after watching it. If your favourite dimension mod is not on this list, then it's likely on that video, so make sure to check that out. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Number 10, TirphyCraft. Inspired by the popular DivineRPG mod for Minecraft, TirphyCraft adds all new dimensions, mobs, dungeons, and loot-like artifacts to the game. It's a newer mod for Minecraft 1.15.2. It supports 3 new dimensions at the time of this video, which are Froze, which is an icy world with a cold climate, Laputa, that's a colourful green floating forest, and Noxus, which is more of a dead wasteland dull zone. To begin in the mod, you find ancient stones that spawn around the world. When you have 5 of these, you can craft an altar, placing the stones around it. With a Noxus clock item, you can then choose which dimension you want to be your next destination. The clock item will help you return to your old location too. Every one of the new dimensions have unique ores, dungeons, and mobs on them to experience. Although it's still in development, this mod looks promising and a lot of fun. Number 9, Ratlantis. This is a fun themed dimension mod that's aimed more so as an add-on for the already existent Rats mod which it needs to run. With the name parodying Atlantis, Ratlantis is a mod that adds a new dimension of the same name, which can be accessed via the Ratlantis portal, which is made from a rare token dropped from rats in the world. The dimension itself is a tropical paradise that's home to some pretty dangerous mobs, all variants of rats, like the Pyrat, Ratbot, or Feral Ratlantian. You can craft rat upgrades using materials gathered in the dimension, or from the mob drops, which can be used to make vehicles like the rat biplane, or weapons like the Rattling gun. Number 8, Aurorian. This mod adds a brand new dimension called the Aurorian, which is a midnight forest of magical origins housing mysterious plants and ruins of old, with scattered dungeons and lurking mobs, as well as bosses to fight. This mod adds 3 new bosses with unique dungeons, 5 new music tracks, 11 mobs counting, and more to come, 4 ores and tool sets, tea, and a lot more. An example of one feature is the runestone dungeons with the dungeon keeper boss, which is a buffed skeleton that protects its domain. The dimension uses blue and purple colours, and it looks really nice and pleasing to the eye. Number 7, DivineRPG. Everyone who's been in the modding scene for a while knows of DivineRPG. It's one of the biggest and most favourite of dimension mods for a lot of people, and I had to feature it on this list just for how big and extensive it is. Although I featured it once before, which I don't usually do on an older adventure and RPG mods video, this video wouldn't be right not to include DivineRPG as one of the top 10 dimension mods to play. To sum up this mod, it's a massive dimension mod that doesn't add 1 but adds 8 new dimensions, 115 new mobs across the board, along with hundreds of new blocks, items and armor, and even weapon sets. Some of the dimensions include the main 5 Twilight ones, which are called Dravite Hills, the Azurite Forest, Uvite Islands, Mithril Mountains, and Augite Depths. There's also the Christmas-based Icica dimension, the immensive Maze of the Dungeon of Arcana, and the Dream World of Vitia. Number 6, Glacidus. This dimension is a frozen world, a strange alien planet with strange structure. The concept of this dimension is that it fell out of orbit from space, and the above ground and underground are very different in their nature. The surface segment is low gravity and very cold. Here is where you will find abandoned ruins and things to explore and plunder for loot. There are large scale dead trees and stalks, frozen stone and glacium also lay on this landscape. On its surface, there's also invading alien mobs that live in holes in the world. The underground is full of life, with dark glowing foliage and trees being the most habitable area of the dimension. The mobs are more strange and unstable here, just like zombie pigmen are. The final lair, which is the core, is similar to the Nether. This is the most challenging, a hot zone with tons of deadly mobs to tackle. You'll have to take safety in caves and small areas for shelter. To visit the Glacidus, you'll need to make a portal frame out of 30 packed ice blocks and 1 glowstone, which will be activated when you break the glowstone block after finishing the frame. Number 5, Galaxies Part C Star Wars mod. Now called Galaxies, Part C Star Wars mod is one of the highest quality Star Wars mods out there for Minecraft, which is really great fun to play with. This mod not only adds spaceships that are pilotable like TIE fighters, land speeders and X-wings, but it also adds countless mobs like Tusken Raiders, many droid types and characters from the movies. You can also visit other planets and explore areas like Tatooine's Mos Eisley City where the cantina is, Hoth from Empire Strikes Back and more. There's also tons of really awesome realistic Star Wars weapons in this mod, like lightsabers that you can ignite just like in the movies, or blaster rifles and weapons that have scopes and functions like you'd expect. There's new content from some of the more recent Disney movies, like the First Order Stormtroopers and their blasters, and elements from the old films to play around with in this mod. Overall, I'd say it's the best Star Wars mod, and it had to take a place on this list as one of the top 10 dimension mods right now. Number 4, Abyssal Craft. A mod that focuses itself on exploration with a theme of magic infused in it. AbyssalCraft is a mod that's influenced on the works of H.P. Lovecraft. To begin in this mod, you must craft the Necronomicon from rotten flesh, a book and iron ingots. This is the guidebook for this mod that lets you perform magic rituals. In this mod, you can explore a collection of different dimensions that make up something called the Abyss, which is a collective world of the dead split into layers, with each layer being a different dimension. There's 4 total dimensions in AbyssalCraft, which are the Abyssal Wasteland, which is a green world inhabited by the undead, along with vanilla zombies and skeletons and some new mobs introduced in this mod. The Dreadlands, which is a dark red world where mutated mobs live. Omathol, which is a world of floating islands with a city atop it where the final boss of the mod lives. And finally the Dark Realm, which is a dark place of shadows that's located beneath Omathol. To visit each dimension, you need to obtain a gateway key corresponding to your destination. These items let you place down portals to your desired dimension. There's tons of content in this mod. Even though I mainly focused on just the dimensions in this video, there's so many biomes and new mods in it too because it's a full-on RPG mod. Number 3, the Erebus. This is a nice dimension mod which I discovered a few months ago that I've been waiting to feature in a video. The Erebus adds a new dimension along with lots of creatures to slay and defeat, lands to explore, dungeons to tackle, and a new magic system. You can also start from scratch from the new dimension too if you want to skip straight over the vanilla content and get your feet wet in the mod straight away. To get to the Erebus, you must craft an offering altar from smooth stone and then create a portal activator for it. You'll need obsidian, an emerald, a diamond, and the Gaian gem. When you right click your new altar with these items in your hand, you put them in the pool to activate it. To build the portal, you'll need a Gaian stone, and you'll need to fill the frame with leaves and place the keystone in front and use a staff of Gaia on it to activate it and form the portal. This mod's primary mobs are all insects, with many different types of flies, beetles, creepy spiders, and my personal worst nightmare, wasps. If you love tarantulas and creepy crawlies, then this will be a great mod for you to play around with. For anyone who doesn't, then this might just be like being in a horror movie. Number 2, Tropicraft. If Minecraft isn't beautiful enough for you, then maybe it's time for a change. Just like in real life when you need a holiday or vacation, maybe Minecraft is the same for you. This mod lets you go on an adventure to a tropical paradise. You craft a beach chair from bamboo and blue wool, and a pina colada from pineapples, coconuts and a mug, and sip it on your deck chair at sunset to travel to the new world. There's so much content in this mod, from a brand new dimension, to new villages with trading, treasures and gear to obtain, and fishing to take up. This world is full of many different treasures and features. There are even brand new music discs to listen to as well. The area has many different looking biomes, from deserts to hot beaches and tropical jungles. If you love crystal blue water, palm trees and tropical fish, this mod should be worth you checking out. Number 1, the Midnight. This new dimension mod adds a new scary and mysterious realm to explore. This world of darkness is a place where light only comes from crystals and the life that lives there. There are a lot of dangerous things to encounter in this new hostile world and many new and unique biomes that look beautiful in game. There's a lot of effort put into this mod from multiple people in the team and it's worth a feature on this list. The only way to reach this dimension is by a randomly appearing rift portal in the world that only appears at night time. You can either enter out of your own choice or get dragged into it by the mobs that lurk around it. There are some really nice looking non-hostile mobs like the night stag as well as dangerous skeleton and monster types. This is overall a pretty good looking dimension with colourful trees and lush foliage, and it's exactly what you want in a fantasy themed mod for a dark forest and world concept. Honourable mention, The Dark Below. My mod, The Dark Below, is a dimension mod you can also download right now that I've been working on for quite some time now. I added this new honourable mention feature addition to the list so that I can show my mods without ranking them in a biased way. This means that I don't have to put it in the top 10 or give it my own personal rating to be fair to all the other mods on this list. The Dark Below is a soul dimension that's located somewhere between the overworld and the nether as a type of limbo where the souls are sent to. This is the domain of Herobrine, a damned soul who is also the final boss in the mod. There's multiple biomes with tough to tackle enemies, great structures to discover and so much more in this mod. This was my first mod that I released and I've decided to go back and work on it to update it with better structures, new 3D models for the mobs, as well as brand new textures and bosses, and also new boss abilities and items. This is a dimension RPG based mod that I'd love for you guys to check out, and I'm still in the process of updating it to version 2 to make it far better, so you can expect a lot of updates and probably a new mod showcase on it here on the channel in the future. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, and if you disagree with the top dimension mods in this video and you think I missed your favourite dimension mod, then definitely let me know what it is in the comments section below so I can feature it next time. And first of all, make sure to check out part 1 for other popular dimension mods that you may have missed or that are not featured in this one. Maybe your favourite dimension mod has already been mentioned in that video. If you want to see more top 10 Minecraft videos like this, subscribe, click the bell to turn on notifications, like the video so you don't miss out every single day. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you next time.